Hello there. Welcome to another pen review. I haven't done one of these in a very long time, but I picked something up for $2. $2 at a local thrift store. And it's kind of unique. I haven't seen one before, and I keep looking online. I've Googled it a dozen different ways, and I can't even find a picture of it. But it's a case that looks like a glasses case for eyeglasses. And it says on the case, Austrian Airlines. When you open it up, there are 3 pens. Now these either are brushed aluminum or brushed stainless. They've got a good weight to them, but I would guess that they're aluminum. But it has sort of almost an octagon barrel, but not. Has this kind of fluted barrel. Reminds me of the old columns on a lot of old southern buildings. But it has a polished ball at the top, and the bottom is unpolished. And this is a pen, an ink pen, a ballpoint pen. There's no branding on this at all, but when I opened the pen, and I don't believe that these were ever used with anything but what came with the pen when it was bought. Hauser, Germany. This ink cartridge is empty, so I can't tell you how that writes, but I can tell you that you can buy a high quality cartridge in that style that writes really well for a ballpoint, which means compared to a fountain pen, not very well. But anyway, and the second one is another ink pen. Same fluted design. It's the same design all the way. Nice clip. They're identical in style. It says they're all marked Austrian Airlines. This one works differently. You just twist it, and it uses this type of cartridge. And this one writes, and it writes pretty well. But to be honest with you, well, I started to say, to be honest with you, I really don't feel like writing with a ballpoint. But let's set this to the side. What I have here is Georgia Pacific 24-pound, 24-pound copy paper. Excuse me, I'm struggling with a new way to do these videos. But the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. That's a nice, smooth flowing ballpoint pen. But and that's lovely. No problem. Nice pen or what it is. But this is why we're here, folks. Let's set this off to the side. This is why we're here. It says Iridium Point, Germany. It has some scrolling, or whatever you would call it, on the nib. There's a D on the back of that. I don't have a clue who made this pen, whether it's a Hauser made pen or whether Hauser just sells pens and has other people make their pens. I don't have a clue, but it's got a good weight. It's got a German nib. And when I bought this pen, when I bought these pens, this came with a international standard ink cartridge. We're not in blue. We're not going to fool with that. What we're going to do, and I don't believe this fountain pen has ever been used. I got an international standard cartridge, or converter here. I'm going to pop that in. It fits wonderfully well. No issues. And what we're going to do, I'm going to take Chesterfield's Antique Copper, which is a favorite ink of mine. And we're going to fill this. Close up the ink. Now this might take a bit to get writing, since, like I said, I don't believe the fountain pen portion of this exercise has ever been used. But what I like about these pens, that's a positive click there. So let's try the quick. Brown Fox again jumps over. The Lazy Dog. That's wonderful. There's no skips, no misses, nothing like that whatsoever. This is a fine tip. I want to try something. I have a journal that has a different type of paper in it. It's not anything fancy, but I find that it sometimes works really well with fountain pen. So this is Australian Airlines Hauser Fountain Pen. The quick Brown Fox Okay, some of that is due to Me not being used to the way this fine tip has to be turned, but there is some skipping there. But you see that there's none. There's none there. So let's see. Maybe the pen's drying up. Hauser Fountain Pen. Chesterfield Antique Copper. From Australian Airlines. Well, I spelled airlines wrong. Let's try that again. So, I'm quite satisfied. If you look at that, you see a little bit of missed strokes here, 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 or light strokes even. But for the most part, and here, there's none. So I'm going to put that down to not liking fine points, because I do not like a fine tip fountain pen. So pretty nice, in my opinion. That's a nice writing fountain pen, and I like it. I don't care if it costs a nickel, if it's the cheapest thing on the planet or not. I don't know. I have no clue. What I can tell you is that I like this set. The pen handles well. The cap has a positive lock to it when you post it. What's not to like? I paid $2 for the whole set. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.